Now that we have your attention, we present to you our debate.
It was a hard day at work. You came home and you feel like you need to unwind from the hectic day. Do you like liquor? Because I can give you some reasons to de-stress by taking a couple of ounces of alcohol. Even better news, also providing some health benefits. What people tend to mix up is by adding the sugary drinks to the alcohol, which then makes it bad for you. Let's get one thing straight. With any other alcohol, too much of it will prove to not be good for you. Since the 1500s, tequila blanco, the purest form of spirit, has been consumed to cure the common cold. But what exactly makes up tequila? We know we like to take shots of it at bars, but why would some people use it to cure sickness? Agave. This is a simple, natural sugar. Tequila is made from fermented juice, which is double distilled. Saying this, agavins in tequila make it stand out from the rest of tequila options. What are the benefits? You lose weight, proper gut health, lowers blood pressure and cholesterol, decreases appetite, increases fat metabolism, good bacteria growth, increases endorphins, and body concentration. Since agavins can't be absorbed or digested in the body, by putting it in alcohol allows the agave to act as a fiber, which slows down digestion, decreases appetite, increases of fat metabolism, therefore promoting weight loss. Agavins also act as a probiotic. We need good bacteria in order to fight off the bad. The sources found in probiotics, which are fructans, found in agave is the reason of this benefit. There are no fats, no carbs, or gluten found in alcohol, but this is speaking directly to 100% natural agave tequila. Some Mexican scientists say substances in the agave plant enhance the absorption of calcium. Tequila milkshakes all around. So let's actually talk about actual consumption of tequila. I'm not saying taking 10 shots of liquor is good for you by any means. I'm talking about small amounts. What is recommended and will provide benefits is 3 ounces. This equals out to 3 shots. You don't need to do this every day of the week either. 3 to 4 times a week is ideal enough for the tequila to give the benefit. Because of the lack of absorption by the body, acting as a fiber, it goes into your bloodstream without increasing the blood sugar. This is extremely important for diabetics. So let's put this in an example. Using fructose instead of glucose is virtually much better for you. Glucose stimulates insulin secretion, while fructose actually decreases the insulin response, therefore leveling out your blood sugar. So what's the bottom line? Tequila is still a better option for a drink because of the absence of added sugar, no carbs or fat, and it actually leaves the hangover at the door.
We're all in college, right? So I'm guessing you've either heard or have taken a few shots of this very popular liquor called tequila. After consuming tequila, you may have noticed that you get a little bit more outgoing or bubbly on the outside, but do you know what's happening to yourself on the inside? After your alcoholic beverage is swallowed, the alcohol is quickly absorbed into the blood. 20% goes through the stomach and 80% through the small intestines. The effects of tipsiness can be felt with as little as 5 to 10 minutes after drinking. It usually arrives in the blood after 30 to 90 minutes and is then carried through all the organs of the body. Approximately 90% of the breakdown of alcohol from the toxin substance to water and carbon dioxide is done by the liver. The last 10% exits the body by passing through the lungs, kidney, which is urine, and in sweat. But the liver can only break down a certain amount of alcohol per hour, which for an average person is only 1 standard drink, meaning the more you drink and how fast you consume that drink will make the liver work that much harder to break it down. So once you take a drink, your body's making metabolizing it a priority over processing anything else. Unlike proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, your body doesn't have a way to store alcohol, so it's moved to the front of the metabolizing line. This is why it affects your liver, as it's your liver's job to detoxify and remove alcohol from your blood. So since your liver detoxifies and removes alcohol from the blood through a process known as oxidation, once the liver finishes the process, alcohol becomes water and carbon dioxide. If alcohol accumulates in the system, it can destroy cells and eventually organs. Oxidation metabolism prevents this. But when you've ingested too much alcohol for your liver to process, the toxic substance begins to take its toll on your body, starting with your liver. Dr. Menon says, the oxidative metabolism of alcohol generates molecules that inhibit fat oxidation in the liver, which can lead to a condition known as fatty liver. Fatty liver disease is a condition in which fat builds up in your liver. It's the earliest stage of alcoholic liver disease, which develops in about 90% of people who drink more than 1.5 to 2 ounces of alcohol per day. Fatty liver is usually completely reversible in about 4 to 6 weeks if you completely stop drinking alcohol. So, if you drink that much or more on most days of the week, you probably have fatty liver. Continued alcohol use leads to liver fibrosis and, finally, cirrhosis. Fibrosis is the first stage of liver scarring. When scar tissue builds up and takes over most of the liver, this is called cirrhosis. Scar tissue cannot do what a healthy liver tissue does. Cirrhosis can lead to easy bruising or bleeding or nosebleeds, swelling of the abdomen or legs, high blood pressure in the veins entering the liver, kidney failure, and gallstones, and much, much more. Also, with cirrhosis, on the other hand, it's not irreversible, like the fatty liver. The process of breaking down the alcohol can generate harmful substances. These substances can damage your liver cells, promote inflammation, and weaken your body's natural defenses. This means it can also affect your immune system. If you drink every day, or almost every day, you might notice that you can catch colds, flus, or other illnesses more frequently than people who don't drink. This is because alcohol can weaken the immune system and also make it harder for your body to fight off infections. So, the more alcohol you drink means the more damage to your liver. So you thought it was good for your gut health? Well, abusing alcohol causes bacteria to grow in your gut, which can eventually migrate through the intestinal walls and into the liver, leading to liver damage. Did you know it could also cause heart damage? Too much is bad for your heart. It can cause the heart to become weak and have irregular beat patterns, called arrhythmias. It also puts people at a higher risk to develop high blood pressure. There's been a lot of talk about agave. The reason agave ranks relatively low on the glycemic index is because it has a high content of fructose. Fructose does not rapidly raise blood sugar glucose levels because the body doesn't metabolize it well. So, if you don't have diabetes, it could be putting your blood sugar all out of whack. In a study, dietary glucose and fructose have been directly compared at 20 to 25% of energy over a 4 to 6 week period. The dietary fructose caused significant increase in fasting triglycerides and LDL cholesterol concentration, whereas glucose didn't. But dietary glucose did increase serum glucose and insulin concentration in postprandial state, whereas dietary fructose did not. With that being said, high fructose corn syrup contains approximately equal amount of fructose and glucose, and no metabolic differences between them have been noted. So, to sum it up, what they're trying to say is that to lower or decrease obesity, insulin resistant, and diabetics, it's to focus more on restricting the intake of excess energy, which is calories, and also reduce the fats from animals and eat more vegetables, vegetable oils, fish, fruits, and whole grains and fibers. Oh, and we can't forget about exercise. Coronary heart disease remains a major cause of death. Elevated total cholesterol and LDL cholesterol is a risk which fructose is high in. New research suggests that excessive fructose consumption deranged liver function and promotes obesity. The less fructose you consume, the better. However, recent data suggests that fructose consumption in human results in increased visceral fat, and it can also increase in insulin sensitivity, all on which have been associated with increased risk for cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. When you drink alcohol, endorphins are released from the brain, which are the happy chemicals. Endorphins are responsible for making you feel pleasure, but it's where they're released is what's important. The nucleus. This is the part of the brain that is linked to addictive behaviors and decision making. When you experience pleasure, then you're more likely to want to repeat that experience. This desire to repeat a behavior can develop into cravings, one of the key components of addiction. It may not just be endorphins. A study reported by BBC News says that drinking alcohol can release dopamine, another happy chemical as well. Again, the issue is that drinkers feel good when they drink. The more they drink, the better they feel. So why risk developing an alcohol addiction when you can just find agave in many other foods such as honey, maple syrup, fruit and fruit juices such as apple, cherry, grape, guava, mango, melon, and vegetables in larger quantities such as artichoke, asparagus, beans, broccoli, cabbage, garlic, leek, onions, peanuts, tomatoes, and zucchini. So just put down your tequila and go grab an apple. Whoa!
Or you can go grab that lemon for that tequila.